Hey everybody, it's me, Marquita.
Well, look, Mom, look.
Yeah. Okay.
That might be a bug bite.
Hi, everybody, I'm Gary.
It is a bug bite.
Yes.
And me, hanging up.
And we are here doing my favorite day.
Pizza!
No, it's Pie Day.
National Pie Day.
Can I get the show?
Pie being 3.14159265359.
Can I
Happy
get the
Pie Day, everybody.
Happy Pie Day.
What?
I want the cherry.
What cherry?
On the
That's the symbol.
Yeah, National
That's
Pie
a pie.
Can I see?
The very first time I celebrated Pie Day was
These nails are too tight.
let's see.
I want them.
I was gonna say March.
Could be March 14th or something.
Yeah, it would have had to be 2000. March the 14th, 2000. I don't know why. It seemed like it was later. Because in my head, like, it was during when I was in foster care, but I was in foster care August of 2000. So it had to be the year before. I don't remember specifically. But I remember the very first time because one of my teachers, I remember she bought me like all kind of stuff that was pie related. And yeah, I'm guessing that's what that is. But yes, this is my favorite day. For anybody that don't know, my favorite subject in school was math. I love math. And
You don't have a bug bite.
I loved math, and even though I wasn't good at it, I loved math, and I always wanted to be an accountant. And I knew that in order for me to be an accountant, I had to be good at math. So that's why I was like, okay, I want to be an accountant. And I would have passed Accountant 1. Technically, I did, but I didn't pass it under me. In 10th grade, I took... Wasn't my boyfriend? I wish he was.
Boyfriend.
I thought you said my boyfriend. I was like, what happened was, I took Accountant 1, sorry. I took Accountant 1. I wasn't supposed to because I was in resource. I was in resource math. But what I did was, I was like, I want to take Accountant 1 because I knew that I had to at least take Accountant 2 in order to take it in college. So I was like, I want to take Accountant 1. So I talked, asked my guidance counselor, which I love her and I miss her. She died in 2003, Miss Adcox. Hold on. And so she died, and sorry guys, I still got a little bit of growlies in my throat, this wake up throat. If y'all know me, y'all know I don't like the horsey, so this is bothering me.
I see that.
So then me Hannah stopped, and so she talked and got me, Miss Adcox, that is, my guidance counselor, and she worked out some stuff to where she got me into Accountant 1, because she knew I liked it math. She knew I always wanted to be an accountant. I very first found out about accountant was when I was in 5th grade. My sister had a friend named Sarah, and Sarah lived in this big old house. And in my head, it was halls that they lived in. Now, you got to think about when I was 5. When everybody said halls, it was like in another town. That's where I thought Halls is. I live like down the street from Halls, and I'm in Knoxville, so it's not that far. But in my head, it was like if you said Clinton or Lake City or something, which is like an hour, 2 hours away. That's what I thought Halls was. But it was this girl, her daddy's name was, I don't know what her daddy's name was. Her name was Sarah. And they lived in this big house in Halls. And I remember, and maybe it might have been far, sorry. You can watch on. And it might have been far, like I lived in Lonsdale, which Lonsdale is what, like, not that far from us, right? Like maybe 10 minutes away. So it's not that, like, it wasn't that far, but in my head, in my in my 10-year-old head, it was far. But we went to her house, and her dad, like her mama died, I think. So her daddy was a single parent, and he was raising her. And I remember walking in, and I said, "Oh my gosh, your house is huge. How did you get a huge house?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm an accountant for TVA." And from that day forward, and this was like December of, I think we lived in Lonsdale. So December of 94. Because I was in 5th grade, 94, 95. So, okay, this was December of 94 when I decided I'm going to be an accountant. And I was serious. And I really want to be an accountant. So, when I was in accountant 1 was, what's that? It was 99, 2000, because I was in 10th grade. And I technically passed the class. But in order to go to accountant 2, you had to have a B or a better. And my grade, I had a D. Or a C. I had a C. Because I remember I almost made it up. Like, I did extra work and everything to move my grade up. Because I had a D. And so I moved it up to a C. And I didn't get to do accounting 2. But it was this guy. And I had a major crush on him. You know who you are, Sam. Yeah, I said your name, Sam. And if y'all see him, like, he's on Facebook. I ain't gonna say his last name. I'm just saying he's a friend, or unless he stopped. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. Sam. I just let y'all know that. Had gorgeous eyes. I fell in love with his eyes. His eyes were purple. And yes, they were his real eyes. But I was like, oh my gosh, he is like an Adonis. He is freaking, whatever. And so he used to sleep in that class because he only took that class because he was a senior. And he didn't really want to take it. It's like, okay, I got all my credits. I'm just taking this class because, everybody says it's an easy class, which it was. But how Hitler works.
Easier on him than you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it was easy for me because I like math. And I wanted to be in that class. Like, that was like vocation rotation. I wanted to be in vocation rotation. So I passed vocation rotation. And because I was like, okay, I want to be an accountant, and I like working on cars. Like, I was a very big tomboy. Like, when I tell y'all, like, if y'all would have knew me, fun fact about myself, I always wanted to be a boy. Like, and I guess technically, I guess I want to be gay. I don't know if that even makes sense because, like, I didn't want to be a boy and date girls. I want to be a boy, but I want to date boys. But no, I'm serious.
I know.
Because, like, I vocation rotation, I want to be a mechanic. Then I was like, no, I'm going to be an accountant. I don't know how long y'all. Anyways, let's just eat the pizza because I don't know how much y'all heard. Okay, just go ahead.
Okay. For our first thing on pie today is, of course, pizza pie.
The pizza pie. That's amore.
Can somebody give me up here?
No.
Girls chose pepperoni.
Even though Gary's throat muscles are going to be singed
Yeah, I done told them that.
2 days in a row.
Do you know how
Who
to
does he think he is?
Can I eat it?
I don't know anybody.
Can I eat it?
No, I'm just saying. Yesterday
know.
you had tamale. Yes, eat it. Yesterday
God.
he had tamale. Almost died.
Dad, remember you don't get choked. Dad?
And
Oh, this is good. I want to eat.
that's a big slice. Gary's trying to say I'm fat. No, I'm joking, Gary.
Well, I love you more.
I want to eat all these.
Wow, it happens.
Caleb, guess what? He wants to eat all those pieces.
Okay. Are you gonna eat good today, man? The other day when we had pizza, Savannah ate 3 slices, or she ate 2 slices. She was going in for her third. Oop,
I'm going to eat
freaking-
2 slices.
I don't know why I got it folded like
Mom,
I know
actually, I'm
how
going
to
to eat 3
eat.
slices.
Pizza. Like in New York. I have never had New York style pizza. Well, sugar foots.
Shoot it, but
Let me get one bite.
Daddy, remember, Mommy's going to chill sis.
Why are you gonna kill me?
No, because she made a mess in the bathroom.
Vanna.
Let's clean
She
clothes.
emptied your bag full of clothes
No, not.
in there, and everything's mixed up together. I don't know what's what.
No, not no accidentally. I can tell in the way that your eyes are gleaming. And the way that you're talking at look at her. Look at her. Look. Show Daddy your
She was digging
gleaming.
through trying to find the oldest clothes she could find to wear. She put on that little
Show
jacket that
Daddy.
your mom had.
Look. Look at the gleam.
Yeah.
She said it had literally a gleam in her eye.
You done?
She's putting the crust in. Well, hold on. Don't get another slice. Daddy's gonna let you have another type of pie. All right, guys. I'm gonna pause it, and then because we got 2 other pie thingies
Mom.
that we're going to eat. What?
Mom, after we eat that cake, then I'm going to eat 3 slices of pizza.
You can eat 3 slices. Okay.
I'm going to eat 3 slices too.
Okay. I don't. Yeah. You
Or
can.
maybe 4.
No, not 4. Because 4, your stomach will bust open.
Really?
And yours would, because it's not that big. All right, so we will.
How about if we
Be
eat
back.
a stomach?
Hey, everybody, it's me, Marquita, again.
Again.
I just want to say happy birthday to the Wickster, to Wick.
Extra!
Yeah, today's Wick's birthday. Happy 2nd birthday, Wick. If y'all don't know who Wick is, it is Dominic Christopher Wilson, aka Baby Domo, and Mr. Wickenstein, the Wickster. It's 2 today. And I remember, and I know this is going to be funny, I remember before he was born. No. The very first episode of not episode, the very first video I watched of Damo and Chrissy was, if he don't open that freaking door. Do y'all hear my neighbor of Alabama? The very first video I seen of Damo Wilson was excuse me guys, was let me think. I think it was like 2 or 3 days before she got inseminated, because I remember she said that she's getting inseminated on her birthday, and I think her birthday is June the 26th. And so this was like June the 24th, 2017, and she didn't get inseminated on the 26th. She did get, not inseminated, she did get her shot. She didn't get her shot on the 26th, but she did get it on the 27th. So,
I wanted the cherry too.
well, did Daddy not half it in half?
No.
You take one bite. Hold on, grab it. Take one bite, and then Sissy, you take the other bite. 3 and pie. This is pie number 2.
Pie number 2. Let me have the cherry.
She's taking a bite and giving you half. Okay. Now give the rest to. Watch out for the rest of the pie. There you go. Anyways, so she did get the shot on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. Unless her birthday is the 24th, then she got the shot on the 25th. But when she got the shot a couple of days later, which I think it was like 2 days later, that's where they went back to the hospital and she got inseminated. I was there. I started watching Damo and Chrissy channel 2 days before she got inseminated. I know, crazy. And so I felt like I have been there from the very beginning of wick, of the wickdom, of, you know, like when she found out that it took and that she was pregnant, I cried. She cried, I cried. I was so happy. And now the little sir is 2. The little Wickenstein is 2. Pie number 2 is Oreo. So, happiest to the happiest of the happiest birthday week. Today's week's birthday.
Today?
And today, a year ago, and it,
baby.
Yep. Today, a year ago, you would, I thought it cut off again. You would never guess what happened. It don't seem like it's been a year.
A year ago.
A year ago today,
You remember?
Stephen Hawkins died.
Oh.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Because a year ago today, and I think 70 years ago today, Stephen Hawkins died a year ago today, and Einstein died 70 years ago, or 71 years ago today. Aristotle died some years ago today. And I only say that, and the only reason why I'm pointing them out is because they were the geniuses of their time. And they all died on Pi Day. And the theoreticals, that, you know, that they had theory. Einstein was the math theory. Stephen Hawking was the science theory. Aristotle, the earth and science theory. I'm just saying. How weird. And then with...
There's something moved over there.
I know, I was about to ask, did you move your foot?
No. I don't know what moved.
I did it.
What? What'd you move?
It was on the bed. It was on the bed or behind the bed.
Maybe that was the fan.
Anyway, go ahead.
But I'm just saying the greats. And I feel like Wick is like top 1. He's in the top 1% of genius because he is a genius. You know, they say, who was that
Put it in.
who was that didn't never talk? Hannah, I really felt that.
I don't know.
Somebody that didn't talk, but they were like geniuses.
I don't know.
Cause I'm trying to think, cause I know somebody that didn't ever talk, but they were just like beyond their years, and I feel like Wick, he's not talking because nobody is not gonna understand his greatness, so that's why Wick don't talk, because he's a freaking genius. He don't need to talk. That's how I feel, Wick. I love Wick. And happy birthday, Wick. Huh?
Happy birthday.
Well, no, I was...
Happy birthday to Wick. Happy birthday to Wick.
Okay. And so, that's how I feel about Wick. That he's a genius. And he doesn't talk. Because he don't need to talk. Because his mind is so great and powerful. That it's like... No, because his mind is so big. He's such a genius. That he don't need to talk. He don't need to talk. His mind is so advanced that if he say anything, nobody's not going to understand him. Because he's just that great of a Wick. This don't taste like no Oreo. I don't like the crust on this. The chocolate tastes fake. Is this an off-brand Oreo or is this name brand?
Gourmet.
Maybe that's why.
Made in Delhi.
Kiki Pepper.
We could have just shared it because it's extremely sweet.
Kiki Pepper.
But yeah,
Y'all
so
done?
Yeah.
Huh?
do you want to try the third pie?
What's that?
The third one that Daddy got.
Yes.
Okay, and let's go on and wrap up pie day with moon pie.
I love moon pie.
The earliest.
I love it.
The earliest memory of a moon pie was I was up my granny's house. Shout out to my granny, Granny Ruth. You know who you are. And I was up at...
You guys upstairs too?
Huh?
Was it upstairs too?
No, I was at my granny's house. When I was a little kid. I wish that I knew who she was. I would let you meet her. You would love her. She's so cute.
How about if we say happy birthday to Posty?
Posty's birthday is not till July. He is...
Why did you gotta
He's a Yankee Doodle Dandy. Post Malone is a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
And what's so funny is he is really a true, authentic Yankee Doodle Dandy because he was born in New York.
Yankee Doodle Dandy.
And why is he a Yankee Doodle Dandy, Gary?
What
And
does-
he was born on the 4th of July,
Why does he have a beard?
1995.
Daddy had a big old beard.
Yeah.
Marquita, look.
Nobody's
This sign. This sign says I like it.
Okay.
You can chew on?
Yeah, I took a bite of that.
Apple. And an apple man.
Okay, are you gonna take a bite of the moon pie?
Moon.
Okay, she said no.
Moon pie. Moon pie. Moon pie.
Sit down.
Moon pie. Moon pie.
I typically don't like moon pies. I really don't. And it's because of I think texture for me. Because I like graham cracker. But that graham cracker is too sweet. It's too soft. And I love marshmallow, and the marshmallow is too firm. So, it's a texture issue.
Fully.
Huh?
Yeah, fully.
Yeah, like, I like the taste. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Yeah, it's a pop-up. I need to figure out which game on my phone has pop-ups. That's why it cut off. I thought my phone was tripping. Cutting off. Anyways. That is our Pie Day video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I don't know how much of the video that y'all got because my phone cut off on the first part of the pizza, of us eating pizza, and me telling, or not us eating pizza. It was of me telling my story about why I wanted to be an accountant and why I like Pie Day. Pie Day is math. Once again, Gary numbers. 3.1.
3.1415.
Yeah. That's why I love Pie Day, because I like math. I would have never found out about Pie Day unless a teacher unless the teacher introduced it to me, and I didn't know. But I do remember my teacher, and she wasn't even a math teacher. I don't even remember what teacher she was, because I remember in her class, I read, we was reading a child called It. Oh my gosh. If y'all have never read that book and y'all were mentally strong enough to read that book, I think you should read it. I think that's one of them books in life that people will say you have to at least read it once. It's one of them books, like, before you die, that should be one of the books you would read. Because, like, we read that book, and I don't think it was English, because English was my worst subject. But I remember it was a regular class, but I remember it being in 2000. It had to be in the fall of 2000, because I remember being in state custody. And I was in state custody from August 2000 till I signed myself out November of 01, because I was turning 18. November, or actually, yeah, it was November of 01. Yeah, because I signed myself out because I was 18. Even though when I signed myself out, I got to stay and get government assistant, I guess. Not government assistant. What am I trying to say, Gary?
I don't know.
Like, when I signed myself out, I got to stay at the group home. I guess government services. Because technically, when you sign yourself out, or when you age out of the system, what happens is, when you age out of the system, okay, for an example, if I'm in a group home, or if I'm in a foster home, and if I'm in a foster home and I age out of a foster home, well, soon as I turned 18, I aged out the system, which means that family will no longer get a check on me. And so that means that now I'm just living in their house as another adult. And most people that age out the system, soon as the people don't get checks, like, and these are facilities too, group homes, same thing. Soon as you age out the system, the whatever place, group home, foster home, whatever, doesn't get a check on you, and they immediately tell you, okay, they usually tell you like a week, you're about to be 18, and this many days, you gotta find somewhere else to go. And it's like, I don't get a check on you, so you gotta leave. That's how it is. I was actually lucky and fortunate that I aged out the system, but I got to stay. As soon as I signed my papers, it was like nothing changed. I was still at the group home. I, was still getting services. Like, I still had my 10 care, which I was supposed to stop when I was 18. But it didn't. And, so I was lucky. I was one of the lucky and fortunate people that even when I aged out, no services stopped. It actually, it's kind of like a second service started because they were trying, like, I then qualified at 18 for the program, and that I could have left, like, say if I already graduated and then I was 18, I would then qualify for the second part of services. Yeah, did they not bring you the cup for ice? Will you get me ice and bottled waters?
I gotta get me a drink anyway.
I need a couple bottled waters. They was gonna pay for college. So that's why I say I was one of the lucky ones that the second part of the service automatically clicked in. That they was going to pay for housing, they was going to pay for college, in-state or out-of-state. They prefer you to go to a community college because it's cheaper on the state to go to a community college. But if I chose to go to a state college, which this is the college, where's my cup? There it is. Kentucky is where I wanted to go. But I didn't go to Kentucky only because I was like, I don't know nobody out of state. That's why I didn't leave Knoxville, because I didn't know nobody in Nashville. Because that was a option that I had. That the group home I was in, the first one that I was in, because I was in 2 different group homes. Technically 3, but let's just say the first group home. It was technically the second group home, but I'm going to say the first. That one that I went to, I'm glad that I got moved from that one, and I had the option to go to Nashville because if y'all don't know, I was in level 1. If y'all know what that is, then you'd be like, okay, I understand. There's different levels to group homes. There's foster home, and then there's, like, foster home, I think is like considered a level 0. And I couldn't go to a foster home because I was too old. That's what they told me. So by default, I had to be in a level 1 group home, which is like a foster home but for older kids. So I was in a level 1. And them people, I would never treat anybody like that. One, they were too young to be taking care of teenagers because they weren't that old. I think when I was 16, because I went into that group home when I was 16. I think that they were like 22, 23. And my sister was the exact same age. Yeah, my sister was 20 when I was 16, because she had Nick, and she had Nick when I was in that group home, and she already had Desiree and Tim. So yeah, they were too young to take care of teenagers, and I met a girl that was in their group home before I was, so they had another batch of kids before I got there. And the bad thing about it was all the kids that they had were level 3s. Now, if you know a level 3 kid, you will understand. So I was a level 1, and I was only a level 1 because I was too old to be in a foster home. And so I got moved from that place because one, I had too many doctor's appointments. That's what they told me. I was on too much medicine, and I had too many doctor's appointments. Because, like, I literally had, like, 2 doctor's appointments every day. Every single day. It was the therapist. It was the psychiatrist. It was a lot. And all they wanted to do is put me on medicine. And it was like, I just needed somebody to talk to. I just needed somebody to actually sit down and listen. Because since Jennifer was pregnant with Kaylee. So since probably about May of 09, I haven't. Well, I didn't know. I was gonna try to catch it.
Like that, cause I have to go flying everywhere.
Thanks. I haven't been in no therapies, no nothing. But really, like, I haven't been depressed since, like, a week before the girls were born. Actually, not even a week. It was like a couple of days when I found out that it was girls and that it was 2 of them. I haven't been depressed. Now, I have been stressed, and I have cried, and I have been angry, and I guess sort of depressed, but it wasn't depression like I normally have.
Depression.
It wasn't, what chemical, what's that?
It's not a chemical depression, it's just physical depression.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, when they were young.
Going on that's making you depressed. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with chemicals.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't a chemical depression. And, because, like, I told people, like, when I was getting depressed, you know, back, I told everybody, I was like, all I want to do is be a mother. I was like, you know, I was put on this earth to be a mother. I want to be a mother. And everybody kept telling me, including Gary. Everybody kept telling me, no, a child is not going to fix it. And I'm like, it will, because I know why I'm depressed. Like, I know that, like, right now, it's woe is me, want to jump off the nearest building, want to take, you know, all, like, I wanted to die. I was like, I'm not happy. It is not worth living because I'm not doing what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. And I tell everybody, like real life, I'm serious. I tell people, my kids are the reason that I'm alive. And everybody's like, oh yes, you know, my kids are the reason, that I'm still alive and da da da. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. When I say that my kids are the reason I'm alive, I really do mean my kids are the reason that I'm alive. Because I was ready to meet whatever fate.
Well, tell them
that,
if you didn't have a kid by the age of 30.
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, my thing was, of course, when I was 22, I was like, oh, if I don't have a kid by 25, and then I really didn't seriously, and I wanted, because, my goal at 10 years old was to get married at 18, graduate high school, get married at 18, have one kid, or have 3 kids by 21, 5 kids by 25, because I wanted 6 kids. And, but realistically, when I was 24, I was like, I prayed to God. And I tell people that, and they go, you can't bully God into giving you what you want. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm really serious. I'm really done. Because I never wanted to have my first pregnancy at 30. So what I told God, I was like, God, you know that I felt like that I was put on this earth to be a mother. And I was not a mother to nobody. And I was like, by 30, I'm ready to meet whatever fate. If me killing myself sends me to hell, I guess I'll just be in eternal hell. And I was like, by 30, I'm really serious. I'm done. I'm no longer going to be alive. And I told my friends this, or the people that listened, Jennifer and, because me and Jennifer, we were always close. But I told Jennifer, I told my therapist, I told everybody this. Everybody that always told me when I got depressed, they go, you just don't mean that. It's different when you have a kid and da-da-da. And I'm like, no, y'all don't understand. I was put on this earth to be a mother. So I told everybody, on my 30th birthday, I'm gone. If I'm not a mother, I'm gone. And I meant that I was gone. I already was writing out who was going to get my stuff and all that. I was like, I'm done. I no longer want to be on this earth and not be a parent. And 6 months before my 30th birthday, the girls were born. So when I say that my kids are the reason I'm alive, my kids are the reason that I'm alive. And I wasn't praying to God and saying, I better be. No. He knew that was the time. He knew that me saying that and me being depressed, and he knew she's serious this time. Because, yeah, other times I was serious, but I wasn't ready to follow through. I wasn't saying that, in the other depressions wasn't like, I'm gonna kill myself, step back. No, it was I want to die, I want to die, I want to die. But then, I really felt I cannot go on. It's not that I want to die, it's I am going to die. I was serious. That one, I was really serious. And that's why I tell people, God knew that was what I was saying, that I was serious. And I